for the voters for Deshaun winning, what would you tell them?
Well, I just think that he's so that he's not a guy that just does one thing. You know, I think the majority of the Heisman winners are what position? Quarterbacks. And I think there's a reason for that. It's the most critical position on the field, and everything goes through the quarterback. He's impacting the running game, he's impacting the protections, he's impacting the passing game, and he has been phenomenal. I mean, this guy's 70-something% completion in the fourth quarter. He's been at his best in crunch time, and I think that's what great players do, is they rise to the occasion when called upon, and then they make everybody else around them better. And nobody's done that better than Deshaun. If you really sit down and watch all 13 games, and this isn't to take anything away from the other players out there, because there's some incredibly deserving other players that other people can make a case for. But you know, what Deshaun has done, and he's on the only undefeated team in the country. And a big reason why we're the only undefeated team is because we got Deshaun Watson. And I think that right there in itself says all you need to know. So I can't imagine that he won't be in New York, but he's the epitome of what the Heisman Trophy is all about, not just on the field, but off the field as well. And I think he's incredibly deserving, and I hope he wins it.
You've had a lot of success the last few years at bowl games. What is there anything preparation-wise that's kind of been key to that?
Well, I've just got a formula that I believe in as far as how we balance things, fundamentally, techniques, going back to kind of some of the basics, camp-wise. You have to kind of create that competitive edge, Clemson on Clemson, have a mixture of that. You got to obviously spend your time getting ready for the opponent, but you don't want to over-prepare. And then you want to really take the time to develop your football team. With extra practices. We got a lot of y'all know we got like 40 freshmen, 40 freshmen on this roster. This is critical for a lot of those guys, where we can really kind of get some of those guys that have played a lot of games this year and kind of put them off to the side and really take some extra time, because we don't have a 20-hour rule. They'll be out of school. We got as much time as we need, and we'll take some of that time and develop our team for spring practice. That is a huge part of what we do. And then I think the other thing is you got to get everything done here. Because when you get to the bowl site, it's just not a lot of time for game planning and things like that. Let's get ready to play the game right here, and then let's get down there and let's polish the plan. And get these guys, really dialed in on what we're doing, and let them go execute, and play fast, and play free. So we've just got a formula that we believe in, and that's what we'll continue to do.
With the recruiting this week you got to do, and then the press conference on Thursday, the Heisman Trophy stuff, and all that. Can you talk about how your week's going to be hectic and how you're going to pull it off?
Well, one of the things that I really believe in is great preparation, and because when you prepare with details, then you just execute the plan. And there's not one thing that's happening right now that hadn't been on my calendar since I did the calendar in July. I do the calendar every year for the year, July through the next August. Every day is planned. Every practice is planned. Every recruiting meeting, everything in our program. Every day that the coaches are off, every weekend, it's a thorough calendar. And the reason I do that is so that we have great structure. So, we just execute the plan. I knew that I'd be on the road today. I'm getting ready to get on a plane and go to New York. I've got a meeting tomorrow, and I've got the college football competition committee meeting Tuesday morning. And then we've got the Hall of Fame Tuesday night, and then I'll be heading to Houston. I've got to go to Texas and do some recruiting, and then I'll head on to Houston that evening for the Lombardi with Shaq, and then I'll fly back late Wednesday night. Sometime, I don't know what time I'll get here, and then I'll be back on the road all day Thursday recruiting, and I know I'll end up in Atlanta sometime because I know I've got a press thing, and then we'll have the ESPN Awards show, which that helped me this year. It's not in Orlando. It helped me that it's a little closer, so I can kind of manage some of the things that I got to get done, and so look forward to being a part of that, and hopefully a couple of our, I know I think Deshaun is the only one. I don't know about the Mackey yet with Leggett. I don't know. Okay, so just Deshaun will be there at the ESPN Awards show, so I'll be there for that. And then I'll come back Thursday night, and I'll be back out on the road Friday morning early all day. And then I'll be back here Friday night for dinner with one of our top prospects that is coming in here. And then I plan to be on a plane Saturday morning, flying back to New York to be at the Heisman. And then I'll be back Sunday getting ready to get back on the practice field and be off the road. And we'll have that entire, whatever, 10 days or whatever it is to prepare for the opponent and to kind of get some structure back with our guys. So it's good. We've got a great support staff. All of our player development guys and GAs, they'll do a great job of breaking everything down this week and going through and getting everything ready for us coaches on Oklahoma, because everybody's going to be scattered out on the road. But it's going to be a fun week. It's going to be a busy week, but that's just the way it is. Everybody, we missed a week of recruiting last week, but you can't have any better recruiting than doing exactly what we were doing, and that was preparing for our championship. So we got some catching up to do. We got some state championship games that our coaches will be rolling at this week and Saturday. Again, it'll be a long, crazy week, but we'll look forward to getting back together next Sunday and kicking off our bowl prep.